Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from SweetStamper.com, the day before the 4th of July. It is time for Thursday night stamping, which is my weekly Facebook Live, which also becomes then a YouTube video, where I'm going to share something fun with you. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on using this beautiful brand new embossing folder. It's actually a hybrid. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to learn how to use it, and that will hopefully give you some ideas on whether it's something that you would like to add to your crafty stash, and particularly for using on your holiday cards. So while everybody is gathering, I'm going to get my stamp and cut and emboss lined up, because we are using the Big Boss tonight. This is not one. The hybrid embossing folders, they haven't come up with one that you could use in the mini. I think it's just the nature of the beast, as it were, that it has to have the big machine. So no problems there for me. I use my big machine a lot. Hello, Kelly. And Corinne, welcome, welcome. So this is going to be short, sweet, and to the point tonight. I've got a little bit of a cold, I think. Maybe a virus. My husband had it last week, and I thought I escaped it, and then it started on me yesterday. So definitely not feeling 100%. I had originally thought to invite some friends over for the 4th, and then late last week I thought, you know what, I'm really tired. I think I'm just going to take the day and do a lot of nothing and just maybe binge watch something, and really grateful that was the decision that my husband helped me make so that I didn't have to call and cancel anything. Okay, well, we are, hey, Margaret is here from Virginia. I'm going to be up your way in August. Oh, that's next month, isn't it? I'm going to be in Williamsburg next month for, I think, about 10 days. So my husband and I are going to fly in and attend. Well, actually, I think we're going to see the grandkids first. My daughter and her family live there. So we're going to see the grandkids first, and then we're going to tootle over. There's a really nice resort there. We're going to be attending a pastor's conference for a few days before we fly home. So that is in August. And so I will be up your way, Margaret. Okay, welcome Corinne, Kelly, Margaret. We're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. We are going to showcase the Holly and Jolly Embossing Folder and Bundle. So when you purchase the bundle, you do get the stamp set and the hybrid embossing folder for 10% savings. So that's what the bundle means. It's always a great deal. I really like this. This is what I've chosen for my very first in a series of Christmas card classes. This is my Christmas in July. So just if you haven't already seen this, and I'm kind of featuring this tonight because it's what I'm going to demonstrate. So you'll make 2 of each of 5 different designs, all using the Holly and Jolly. Now, we've already started production on these, so all of this embossing gets done for you. I will say, what's also cool is with this embossing folder, you also get these dies. So now I didn't use the Joy die, but it will punch out, let's see, this word. You can stamp it and cut it out, which would be really useful. You get 2 really nice stitched frames. So I think I used, the small and the large. But look at the texture you get with this embossing folder. It's very unique, and I really love it a lot. So this is my Christmas in July, 2 each of 5 cards with envelopes. So we're making 10 cards. I think it's $39. I was able to give you a really good price. And you get a roll of this shimmery ribbon and a package of these holographic dots. So for me, I always want a little bit of shimmer and shine on my Christmas cards, but there's so much texture here that I wanted to kind of be strategic with that. And I also keep in mind, like, you're going to make 10 cards with this, and then you're going to have leftover ribbon and dots. And these are very neutral, so you can use them in a whole host of ways. So let me go over these cards with you, and then I'm going to show you, we're going to show you how this works with the cut and emboss machine. Hey, Lena, I'm glad you're here. And Linda's here. Oh, you've had whatever I have for, oh, well, okay, so you've had it for 3 weeks. Welcome, Gail. My husband was, you know, he thought he had a cold last week. And then after about 4 days, he was fine. So I thought, well, that's not a cold, because a cold lasts longer than 4 days typically. He thinks it was a virus. So I started feeling a little bit like raspy in my throat yesterday. So I had helpers here. I'm hoping I didn't pass anything to them. Okay, so one of the things that you can do with this is you can just run it through as an embossing folder. And so that's what you see here. Now, I will say one of the things I'm featuring in all my cards here for my Christmas in July is I'm featuring some of our new two-tone cardstocks. I love this stuff. So I'm putting it against this background so you can see a little better. This is the cloud cover, and there's the actual cloud cover, and then that's the lighter version. To me, the two-tone cardstocks give us like a whole new set of colors. The lighter version of all of our colors. Okay, yeah, I thought it was allergies, Lena, and then it started yesterday with a little bit of coughing. So I was convinced it was allergies because that Saharan dust came through on Sunday. But yeah, this is not allergies. So I hope everybody's well. Hey, Kim, I'm glad you're here. So this is what it looks like when you just run it through with the embossing folder. No, none of the hybrid part. And so that's what that looks like. And I did it here as well. Now, I did want to point out, again, this is Blackberry Bliss two-tone cardstock, but look at the other side. To me, this is like having Rich Razzleberry back, which makes me so happy. As much as I want Rich Razzleberry back, I don't want to lose any colors that we have. So to me, this is like the two-tone cardstock just gives us so many more colors. I love it. Okay, and then, so then the other thing you can do is if you run it through with just the embossing folder and then hit it with, some of you may have this old sanding block that we had at one time, or what I have a lot of these in my studio because I use these a lot when you just need to, like, if you have a little bit of cardstock and it's got a frayed edge, this will clear it for you. But here, now you could get really vigorous and do a lot, but I just did the top so that it touched out the little holly berries and made them white. So now what I wanted to show you is how to do it with the hybrid part. You see how it cuts it out, but not all the way. So it gives you a fair bit of lift. Now let me show you one more thing, a couple more things before I run this through. So here's a couple of cards that didn't make the cut for my class. So this is actually Garden Green, and then the back side of Garden Green. And again, I ran it through the embossing folder and then just, hit it with my trusty little emery board. And then this one, I did run it through with the little lift. And then I used a blending brush on this one. And so this is regular cardstock. This is not the two-tone. So lots of different looks you can get. And I don't know about you, I think holly is just, I just love holly. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. Okay, so let me show you how to do it. And I'm going to show you my new product shares. Let's see. Oh, I need this because that's going to show you a little bit of how to put it together because there's a little bit of a trick with this. So as with our other embossed hybrids, you have to get this little piece here and you have to get it into the slots. Oh, I say slots. The embossed bits, and you have to just get it in there and you can feel it. It will lock into place. Now, with all of our embossing folders, where you see the Stampin' Up! Logo, that is the top. And so this is going to be the front side. Now, this is Granny Apple Green. And then look at that. There's the lighter version. But I think for this one, I'm going to do the darker. So this is Granny Apple Green. This is the softer one. And so I'm going to put it in like this. I'm going to turn it face up so that I'm going to get the dark that's going to come through. Now, I got to get my cut and emboss, and I hope I can do this without messing up my camera thing. Hope it won't move my phone. Oh yeah, the clearance is there. Okay, yay, yay. So you just use your regular platform, and the only other thing you need is the one you use for the gray plate, the one you use for the 3D. So this is the gray plate you use for 3D, and the platform. That's all I'm putting in here. Now let me get it to where you can see it a little better. Well, you're going to be able to see it coming out the other end. Okay, so I'm going to bring this through. Okay. And now, the magic. Let's see some magic here. There's my card base. I'm actually going to put it on a card base of Old Olive. I like Old Olive and Granny Apple Green together. They are like counterparts of one another. So, I need tissues. Okay, now, you want to be somewhat careful when you lift this, because sometimes you're going to end up with a few little pieces that come out. Oh, yep, see, like that's right there. Okay, so you want to hang on to that. So when you get a packet with your Christmas in July, you're going to have, we're already putting these into the envelope so they don't get lost, okay? So what my recommendation is that you actually put this down with your mini, not your mini glue dots, what am I trying to say? With your liquid glue. Now, the other thing you could do is you could put all across here a bunch of little mini dimensionals, and that would allow this to really lift. But personally, I've been using the liquid glue and really liking that, and just kind of being strategic with it so that I don't have it, so it still has the lift coming through. Now let me find my liquid glue. Here we go. Okay. So I'll show you what I mean. I want to be strategic and put my liquid glue, whoopsie, in the places that are not die cut, okay? So I want the liquid glue to be on the edges so that it does actually stay down on my card, but I want those holly leaves to have a little bit of clearance where they can lift, okay? So that, I mean, this adds just so much texture and so much oomph. I'm really impressed with it. And, you know, some of the hybrid embossing folders are a little bit challenging to work with. I don't find this challenging at all. You just have to have a little bit of an understanding going in. And that's what I thought to bring you guys tonight. Now, this little guy right here, yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And that's going to be that. So now this is ready to have whatever I want on here. And I think that that gives me a beautiful, beautiful base. Now, because this is the two-tone, I can come back in here and I can give the white center to my holly and to these other little, you know, little dots around here. So I do like that little kind of polka dot effect. And it's just super quick and easy like that. Now, I do recommend that once you have done that, that you just take a little tissue or something, because it's going to leave, you know, little paper shreds. Now, if you wanted to really go into the leaves, you could do more. But I honestly think just the little white spots is enough to give you that little bit of contrast and a little bit, I mean, it's like you've made your own designer paper, I think, but it's like 3D. I love it. This was kind of an unexpected one. So this is the basic beige, but it's the light side of the basic beige. So it just gives you, and again, I buffed off to give you that little bit of white under there. I think it's really, really special. Hey, Carol, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Linda, you can, yeah, you can hear the sniffles, Linda. They are coming through, but, you know, tomorrow I'm going to not do much of anything. So these are your 5 designs for Christmas in July. And we are, like I said, we're featuring, you know, the 2-tone cardstock and the embossing. So all of that's done for you, which I think is pretty nifty. So you get 2 each of 5 designs, and you get the ribbon and the dots. And that is all in the mail to you. Now, I did want to show you one quick thing before I sign off tonight. You know, every time we come out with new papers and products, I like to do a little share. And I have to tell you, you know, kind of my theme this year has been, let me help you while I help me. So, you know, ever since Stampin' Up! Started releasing online exclusives about, you know, every 2 to 3 months, I was having a hard time keeping up with so many new things. And I was like, okay, what do I want to use? I don't know what I want to use. So what I'm doing is every time we have one, and we have brand new products that were released Tuesday, I'm doing a little share. And so there are 4 new papers that were just released. And I just opened up registration for this. So you get a 4th of each of these new papers. Now, this is the tweed one, and really interesting set of papers. This is like, they're like fabric on paper. So you have, but this is one where you have only 4 designs instead of 6. And then we have the Charming Day, maybe. This one has, I mean, I love, love, love these florals and this, just scrummy designs and colors. Oh, love, love, love this paper. So this is another one. So, and this is what you get in the paper share. So I say paper share. It's actually a paper and product share. So you get all 4 of these. Let me go to this one, and then I'll come back to Halloween. So the pears, I'm also seriously in love with the pears. Love, love, love this piece. I like all of these. Look at how fresh that is. So you get a 1/4 pack of all 4 of these new papers. And that way, I feel like you get to play with these and decide, is a 1/4 of a pack enough for you? It may be. It may be that you want a full pack of some of these, but I like to do these shares with project packets so that you get a chance to really work with these. Now, last but not least, this is so fun. Now, this is the way all of your shares come from me. They come in one of these little 6x6 bags, and I leave the top open, and that way, if you want to seal it, you can. Sometimes, you know, we want to be able to grab things out. This is a specialty paper, and so you get 2 sheets of all of these fun little die cuts. They're not even, like there's not 4 of everything. So you will get a selection. I'm just divvying them up and trying to be as fair as I can with these super fun die cuts. And then you have these really very versatile papers. So there's Halloween on one side and kind of a neutral, I mean, these are almost like a canvas. On the other side, this one you could obviously cut up into little tags, but look at that back. And then this piece is really gorgeous, would make great scrapbooking pieces, or you could cut them into pieces for cards. Look at that. I mean, that's just a great, like a canvas back. This one, I'm telling you, the artwork, Lena was over here I think it was Tuesday. We were oohing and ahhing over these, trying to decide which was our favorite. I think the little piggy is my favorite, but they're all adorable. And then again, all of the backs can be used outside of Halloween, and I really appreciate that because personally, I don't send a lot of Halloween cards. I do send some, but I mainly do Halloween treats. So being able to have a use for the back of these papers after Halloween, I think is terrific. So my paper and product share, you get a quarter pack of each of these. You get 2 yards of this new ribbon and this one. I love these ribbons. This one especially is very thin, easy to tie. This one is very va-va-voom glamorous. And then this one, I'm only giving you 1 yard of this because it's quite thick. I don't think you would ever tie it. And so I figured 1 yard was probably a nice package for this. Now there's a couple, okay. Now you also get a portion of 3 new embellishments. Now, these are foam. These are really fun. They're very lightweight, but they're a lot of fun to use. There's a third one, but we could only get 2 in the pre-order as demonstrators. I used them all in team meeting packets. So for my team, we have a packet that they can purchase at a rock bottom price for team meeting each month. And there were 4 cards, everything they needed, and they also got some of the new ribbon and some of the new embellishments. Well, I had 20 people to prep for. 20 people ordered packets this time. So by the time I divvied up the embellishments, I didn't have any left. So there is all that to say, there is a 3rd set of embellishments. And then you're also, this will be my last Facebook Live of July will be our craft along. So if you want to craft along with me, I will be demonstrating these projects in real time, and you get all of the card bases, you get all the die cuts and everything. The only thing you'll do is cut the designer series paper. So you get 6 projects. I always give you at least 1 fun fold. You get all these die cuts are done. You'll only cut your designer series paper. Now, I thought I was very impressed with this. This is actually the Halloween paper because, you know, I have to use a stamp set that you can use on all the projects. Halloween is so specific. We don't have a stamp set that uses Halloween and other things. So I'm using this. I believe this is in our new annual catalog. Might be an online exclusive from May, but I think it's online. I think it's annual catalog. You can add this on if you want. It's a cling rubber stamp set. Has some really nice words in it. So I opted to take the back of the Halloween paper and make it into a sympathy card. And that was my way of just showing you the versatility in it and also making it work for my craft along. So I hope that you will jump into this packet. Now, if you don't do my craft along and you don't do my shares and craft along, this is all free for you with it's $52 for all the products, all the packets, and that's mailed to you. PDFs, everything. If you don't purchase this, it's okay in the sense that you'll still get to watch me put these cards together and I'll get to demonstrate all of them for you. So that is it for tonight. I hope that this little kind of mini demo of this hybrid embossing folder gives you some ideas about how to use it and whether that's something you would like to add to your collection. I think it's very worth having. And I hope you will join me for either Christmas in July, paper and product shares, or both. That is it for tonight. I will have links in the comments for Christmas in July as well as paper and product shares. That is it for tonight. Happy 4th. Stay safe. And hopefully the next time I'm with you, my voice will be a little bit more clear and I won't sound like I'm down in the basement. Thanks so much. Take care and God bless.